Back in 1983, a really excellent blues jam happened in Ontario, Canada, between Albert King and Stevie Ray Vaughan. The tunes are great, the band is rocking, and the mutual respect between Albert King and Stevie Ray Vaughan is palpable. The bass player on this session was Gus Thornton. He was a regular with Albert King. He's a really fantastic blues session bassist. One of the tunes that the band covered was Pride and Joy. This is a Stevie Ray Vaughan classic from his Texas Flood album. Now, Vaughan wrote this song, but apparently it was inspired by a much older blues standard. I thought it'd make an interesting video to compare the Gus Thornton bass line from this live version with the original Tommy Shannon bass line. That way you can pick up a variety of different licks and concepts that you can use in your own shuffle blues bass lines at gigs or jam nights. You can pick up a free copy of the bass lines that I show you in this video. They're on a PDF in standard notation and tab, and you can get that PDF by clicking the link below this video in the description. First of all, I'm going to show you a chorus of Tommy Shannon's bass line from the original Pride and Joy. Now, this is a shuffle blues in E major. It follows a 12-bar sequence, and the chords are E7 for 4 bars, A7 for 2 bars, E7 for 2 bars, a bar of B7, a bar of A7, a bar of E7, and a bar of B7 for the turnaround. This is shuffle blues, so we use the shuffle 8th note feel like this. And they're shuffle 8 notes. If you play them straight, it would be like this. It would be even, but it's shuffle, so it's like this. Okay, so you kind of keep that rhythm going in the bass line. Tommy Shannon's bass line from the original is actually really interesting. He uses these open strings like this. So he's doing this basic descending line like this. But he's putting the open E's in between these notes. Now, it's a bit tricky to play this type of pattern if you haven't tried it before. I tend to play the bass line, so the A string notes with I pluck with my second finger and play the open strings with my first finger like this. 2, 1. Okay, like that. But it's up to you. Find a pattern that works for you. Okay, it's a bit of a finger twister when you first try it, but once you play it slowly, you'll be able to easily get it up to speed once you kind of get the pattern. So that's on E. When Tommy Shannon goes to A, he plays the same pattern, but starting on the D string like this. And then back to E. And he does a nice pattern here. He's basically stepping from E chromatically up to B, okay? So chromatically the 3 frets below B, like this. But he's putting a nice triplet in. Okay? A triplet is when you fit 3 notes into 2, so it's kind of 3, you're fitting 3 notes into 2 8th notes, okay? So into 1 beat. Okay, so that's E, D, B. Do, 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 do. Okay, and then the pattern on B, you can play the pattern here like this. But I play it with my little finger on B like this. Okay, and that pattern there. Okay, that's the kind of classic blues pattern. Alright, so on B here. Stepping up to E. Okay, and those notes there, it's kind of the same pattern as we use from E to B, like this. But we're going from A to E. Okay, that's called a blues walk up. Okay, it's a good pattern to know. We're just doubling up the notes. And then we've got this triplet again. Okay, and the same blues walk up, but we've got double note. And then the turnaround. Okay. I'll play that whole thing for you. 3, 4. Okay, so that's a Tommy Shannon sample bass line from the original Pride and Joy. It's a really good bass line. It's a steady piece just by itself, okay? So check that out. Slow this down. Remember, I've written that out on the free PDF. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you click the bell and select all, then you'll get notified as soon as I release a new video. If we now move on to Gus Thornton's bass lines, now he picks a basic idea, a basic riff, which is this. Okay, that's a basic shuffle blues bass line, and then he develops it throughout the live version. He gradually adds little variations and ends up with something that's similar to Tommy Shannon's bass line. So I'll show you some of these sample choruses of Gus Thornton's bass lines. So first of all, we just do this basic pattern. Okay, the shape's different because we've got an open note there. If we do it on B, it's the one that we looked at in the last one, in Tommy Shannon's line. So that's on B, on A. Okay, and E. Okay, when we play it on A, we can use the open A string if we want. Okay, so I'll show you on E first, on E7. So it's E, G sharp, B and C sharp. So try that with me, just on E, and we just repeat that. 3, 4. Move it up to A using the open A. Okay, back to E. B. Okay, so there are a few ways to play it. We can play it here. Play it here. We can play it here. And now as we're using the open and E and A strings, I'd play it here. So we're playing B, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp. Okay. A, E, and then E, B, 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 B. Okay, to turn around on B7. Let's try the whole of that Gus Thornton basic bass line. Okay, try it through with me or just have a listen. Okay, get ready on E, open E, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the starting kind of bass line that Gus Thornton uses. And then he develops it a little bit more by putting a few triplets in and a few variations. So I'll show you that now on the PDF. This is Gus Thornton's bass line number 2. starts the same with the pattern. Okay, in the third bar he uses a higher E. Okay, so E and then low E. Okay, so it's the same pattern apart from that. A is the same, and then when we go in bar 7, we've got this triplet. Okay, again we're fitting 3 notes into one beat or into 2/8 notes. So B, C sharp, E, okay? Okay, try it with me a little bit slower. Just that bar, 3, 4. Then we go into the B7, that changes slightly. Okay. And then the A7. Okay, he does a little slide. Okay. And then E. Okay, that's the same as bar 7. And then this turnaround's different. Okay. Got a triplet in there. I'll play the last line for you. 3, 4. Okay, so you can see there on that chorus, Gus Thornton's developing his basic idea, putting a few triplets in and kind of altering the pattern slightly. If you really want to free up your blues bass player and you want to learn how to improvise blues bass lines that sound great and authentic, then check out my Walk the Blues course. Pride and Joy is in that course, along with loads of other popular blues standards. The link is below this video in the description. Now, by the time he gets to the end of the song on the live version, he plays this bass line, which is very similar to Tommy Shannon's line without the bottom notes, okay? So you can hear a lot more triplets in there, and it's got this descending pattern. Okay, but he's doubling up the notes. Okay, Tommy Shannon played those bottom notes, okay? It's a very similar line. So we're stepping down, and in the second bar, got that triplet, okay? Triplets add a lot of interest and variation to bass lines, so it's really good to have some of these under your fingers. You can do loads of different patterns for the triplets, all right? Loads of different types of notes, okay? Work. This one is B, D, D sharp to E, okay? And bar 4, we've got that pattern, which is this if we don't use the 8th notes. It's a nice walking pattern there. So E, G sharp, B, B flat down to A. Okay? And then this really nice bar here. Okay, we've got 3 lots of triplets there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So work those notes out slowly. Okay. they're basically from that blues pattern. Okay. Alright, that's a really nice bar. You can nick that, use that in different keys. Okay, that's on E. On B. Okay, you can move that pattern around. Okay, so from the A7 bar, stepping down again. A nice slide there. And that's basically a walk up to B, okay, but with some variations. And then B7, the basic pattern. A7 with that slide, and then we've seen that bar before, and then different turnaround. Okay, that's a really interesting chorus there. So look at that one, that's Gus Thornton line number 3. So hopefully now you've seen you've got loads of choices of what to play for Pride and Joy and any shuffle blues. These patterns will work on any shuffle blues tunes. Okay, so study these patterns. Gus Thornton and Tommy Shannon are really great blues bass players to really study and take ideas from, and then you incorporate those ideas into your own bass lines. I'd love to know what you thought of this video. Let me know by leaving a comment below. And I'm always on the hunt on YouTube for really cool blues gigs, old and present. So if you've got any favourites of yours, then leave a link below in the comments, and you never know, I might feature them in a YouTube video. You can really help me out by liking and sharing this video, and don't forget also to subscribe to my channel by pressing the red subscribe button. And if you felt that you got value out of this lesson, you can always buy me a coffee. They're $5. The details are at the bottom of the screen here, or you can click links below in the description. And don't forget to head over to my website, gbshed.com. I've got a free course on the homepage. I've got details of all my blues courses and some merch. You can buy these t-shirts and loads more. So that's gbshed.com. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Hopefully see you very soon in the next video.